Hello, welcome to lift class. Today is straight up strength training, okay? So you're gonna need a variety of dumbbells. You can see I have some set out over here, some set out over here. You do one thing. Mute my monitor so you don't hear me in double time. Okay, so I have 8s, 10s, 12s, 17 and a half, and a 25-pound dumbbell, okay? Obviously, if you don't have that wide of a range of weights, use what you have. I'd say err on the side of heavier on your first set, and then if you need to lighten up from there, go ahead. Okay, so here's what we've got. 2 sets of work, 5 exercises in each block. We're gonna do a standing block 3 times through, then we're gonna come to the floor and do that set 3 times through. We will work from toe to the top of your head, okay? So we're working all muscle groups. We're focusing primarily on upper body and then a little bit of lower body, not too much, okay? So we're gonna start with our warm-up and then we're going to lift. You should have water, sweat towel, play your own music, put something on in the background, and your dumbbells, or you could even, yeah, just dumbbells today, no kettlebells. Just dumbbells today, okay? Set your watches and let's go, let's warm up, okay? I have a mat too. The mat is just here for that floor work, okay? Well, let's go ahead and just start with some body weight squats. Just a couple minutes to warm up. We'll head into the workout. We're gonna do 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest or transition in between each move, okay? And we're going 3 sets through. I'm not giving us a break really between the sets except for that 15 seconds. All right, let's go ahead and take it up top. Circle one arm back, big circle, brush past your ear like you're doing the backstroke. Big circle back, opening up your chest, rolling through your shoulder joint, squeezing your lat or your shoulder blade, that muscle right behind your shoulder blade, okay? Squeeze it, roll it on back, and now let's do both arms, big circles. Kind of like when we do soul fusion. We do that big circle through center, just without the leg bend. Open up your chest along the way. And then let's take an arm forward, reach, 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 reach. So if I were there and I was grabbing your fingertips, I'd be pulling those fingertips of yours, and you'd be opening up your back muscle, and let's do the same thing on the other side. Reach, reach, reach. So you're kind of at a diagonal across your body, reaching with your fingertips. All right, let's go ahead and roll the shoulders down and back, open up your chest here. We won't have lunges today, but let's just lunge to warm up our body. We're gonna lunge, twist, try not to fall over, and then lunge, twist, other direction. Lunge, twist, lunge, twist. So working through our core and our spine, stepping up into your front leg. Finding balance, keeping your core tight. Let's go one more time. Then some side bends, okay? So we're gonna keep our hands down and we're gonna side bend towards our knee. Slide your hand right down your thigh, right back up to neutral, center. Other side, other side. And other side. All right, anything else that you want to kind of work out here, warm up, let's do it. Otherwise, let's get to lifting, okay? First move, you're gonna grab one dumbbell in your hand. Feet are gonna be just about hip width wider, toes forward. You're gonna squat, push, pull. Squat, push, pull. Core is gonna stay tight and activated as you push, pull. Second move, bent over row. I can do this. Bicep curl. Bent over, reverse grip row. Actually, I actually take that back. Wide row, turn curl. Wide row. I'm reading my notes and it says bent over, wide row, and I'm still doing the bent over, reverse grip row. Okay, so back, oops, back and biceps. Do you see what I just did? Don't do that. Curl. Turn your fists and do a big goalpost pull, okay, and then stand and curl. So it is a flip the wrist. I'll remind you to say, I'll say flip your wrist. Then alternating shoulder presses. Reason we're alternating is so that we are forced to keep our core tight. Then upright row, bent over row. How about that? All right. And then we'll have alternating bent over tricep extensions. So let's begin with our push-pull. I'm going to grab a 12. Nothing too heavy on this, I would say. You're going to top load, holding your weight for a squat. Ready, set, begin. Squat, stand up, push, pull. Squat, stand up, push, pull. Squat, stand up, push, pull. Toes are forward, drive through your legs. Core is tight, shoulders stacked over your hips. When you push, pull, you're going to feel your whole upper body doing the work, okay? If you had a big barbell and a landmine and I had you doing this, it'd be a little bit heavier. But that's kind of what we're mimicking here is a push-pull. Push-pull. 5 more seconds, so 1 more rep here. Pause. We've got our, there's our little sign that goes like a laser. We've got our wide row, flip, bicep curl, okay? So let's start bent over with the weight straight down from your shoulders. Ready, set, wide row like a goalpost. Turn, curl. Turn, pull. Stand, turn, curl. Bend over, proud chest. Pull. Stand, turn, curl. Turn it, pull it, stand, turn, curl. Turn it, pull, stand, turn, woo, curl. Oh my gosh, look what I'm doing. Too much. Okay, row, stand, curl. That's what I want us to do. Row. I actually have something different now that I'm reading it again. I had something different. It was easier what I had listed. We'll do it the second set. All right, shoulder presses alternating. Each side, I'm gonna go with 12 on this one. Anyways, I'll get it together, I promise. I wrote this workout, I should know it, right? So goalpost arms. Press one, press the other. There's things that I want to cue you on this stuff too, rather than just telling you the moves. All right, so when you press, your shoulder stays down and out of your ear. However, you want your bicep next to your ear when you straighten up your arm, okay? Palms are facing me, core is tight. You're not arching your back. Your weights are slightly ahead of your forehead. So if you feel your back arching, tilt your hips towards your chin and make sure your weight's coming just slightly ahead of you and not behind you, as well as, one more rep right here, as well as, I lost my train of thought. It's gonna be one of those days. All right, I'm gonna stick with these weights. We have upright row, bend over, pull. This is a narrow grip, bend over row. Ready, go, up, bend, pull. Stand up, upright row, bend, pull. Okay, tops of your shoulders working. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, release, okay? Tops of the shoulders, elbows are dragging to the ceiling. Elbows are dragging to the ceiling on both moves. It's a pull followed by a pull, okay? Grocery bags out of the trunk. Place them on the floor. Up, bend, row. Up, bend, row. Last one here. There's our laser. It tells us to stop. We now have alternating tricep extensions. So you're going to bend over, big proud chest to the floor, hike up your weights, and you're going to kick back one, and then the other. Ready, set, go. One weight, then the other. Why are we alternating? So it forces you to keep your core tight. I want you to try to stop rocking your body. Squeeze the back of your arm. Elbows hike up like cricket wings. Bend over. Don't be afraid to get yourself parallel to the floor. If you're up too high and you're doing it here, you're not going to hit your triceps. All right? We want to get the full muscle in the back Really bend forward, long spine, tailbone out behind you. Proud chest. So your shoulder blades are retracted together. One more. There's your laser. All right, rest for 15 seconds. We are doing it all over again. Squat, push, pull, one weight, toes forward. Ready, set, begin. Squat, push, pull. We went through this one time, so you kind of know now, were the weights good? Were they too heavy? Were they too light? Now you assess and you fix. And if I'm moving too fast and you need to switch out your weights, you have a pause button, pause and come back, okay? Squat, squeeze, push, pull. Squat, squeeze, push, pull. We are moving fast enough where we're gonna have a cardiovascular state happening, okay? And you're pushing weight using resistance, so we're gonna burn here when we're done. And your muscle, go ahead and stop as your muscle rebuilds. Okay, we're gonna get this right this time. Goodness gracious, this is what I want you to do. Ready? Pull, stand, reverse bicep curl. How about that? There's no flipping. Ready, set, bend over. Wide row, stand, curl, whoa. Wide row, stand, curl. Okay, so all I did was I flipped my grip. If you prefer to do it the first way we did it, go ahead. As long as you're getting your bicep work, I'm fine with that. The point for this particular exercise is to work the back biceps, okay? Back, not your shoulders, biceps. The rear part of your shoulders. Last one. Okay. Alternating shoulder presses are next. So remember the first time you did this, was the weight too heavy or just right? We have an isometric hold on one arm as we press the other. Ready, set, go. So if it was too heavy, switch out. I normally go pretty heavy on this one, but for 45 seconds, I did lighten up. I can feel my shoulders today, and I know what they can do, and it's not the heavy weights for my shoulders. I'm trying to go heavy on the other ones, but for this one, 45 seconds, a lot of reps. Okay, adjust as needed. And if right now you're fatiguing and your form is failing, switch out, go lighter. And if right now you're like, this is just so light, switch out now. You still have 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back to our upright row, bent over row. So it's a double pull. Pull up, bend over, pull up, stand up. I'm gonna switch out my weights. Do what you gotta do. Ready, set, begin. Pull, bend over, pull. So we've got shoulders, back. I want you to think about pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. You can even hold it, release to make sure that you've got your tension in the back. Squeeze, release, stand, pull. Every time we hinge and lift to stand, squeeze your glutes. That's bonus lower body work. You should feel your butt tomorrow, okay? Squeeze your glutes, core tight, pull, pull, and time. Very good. One more, bent over triceps, one at a time. We have to repeat the set once more, then we get new moves. I'll give us a little break in between to explain the new moves. Ready, set, bent over triceps. Take one back, then the other. Take one back, and then the other. So I just look towards the floor to get a long neutral neck. So once you know what we're doing, stop looking at me, get a neutral spine. Woo, sweat's starting to drip. Hike up your elbow, squeeze the horseshoe in the back of your arms, it's there. You guys want to get rid of, keep going, your hello Helens. You gotta work your triceps. You gotta lift heavy weights, okay? Whatever you use for your biceps, you should use for your triceps, or one increment lighter. 3, 2, 1, pause. We're back to the top. We've got our push-pull squat. We're breathing. My heart rate is at a very moderate place. Hopefully yours is too. Toes forward and squat, push-pull. Squat, push-pull. You're pushing straight out from the chest, pulling straight back in. You're at shoulder height. Toes are forward. Drive through your legs. Core stays tight the whole time. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. Real solid stance. Tall posture. You're feeling in your knees. Sink your butt back. Push it to the back wall. Last one. Good job. All right, so again, wide row, reverse grip curl, or you can go back to the flip like we did round one. Ready, set, big bend, squeeze the blades, stand up, reverse grip curl. Bend over wide row, stand, squeeze your glutes, reverse curl. Row, curl. Side profile, tailbones out long, squeeze. My elbows tend to come back even a little bit. You can see it side profile, okay? So if you're like trying to figure this one out, if you're feeling it in your shoulders and not your back, squeezing behind your shoulder blades, try pulling your elbows back further and getting your hands out wider. Time. Whew. Sticking with the same weights. Roll your wrists. Your forearms are bothering you. Holding weights in your hands for this whole half hour is going to add up. Ready, set, shoulder presses, one at a time. So again, I'm going to show you side profile. My weights come slightly ahead of my head. So if you're pushing like this and arching your back, fix it. Weights stay up just about at your shoulders. So I want your elbows about at your shoulders. That means your shoulder is working the whole time. And then a slight press forward. Try to take the arch out of your back by either tilting your hips, tucking your tailbone, or taking a staggered stance if you need to, okay? Core is tight. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay. Upright row, bent over row. I'm gonna go heavier again on this one. Actually, I'm gonna go up in weights on this one. 3, 2, 1, up, pull. Bend over, row. Pull up, bend over, squeeze. Stand up row. Bend, squeeze your glutes. Core tight. So something with this upright row, I see people cranking their wrists a lot. Let your wrists just hang down. Let your elbows pull upwards. I know some people have been blessed and their chest might get in the way. So I know you have to deal with that. If you have to go over your chest, go a little bit lighter, okay? Go ahead and pause. That would be helpful. So if you do have blessed chest, you would come up in front a little bit more than a slide up the front, okay? Which would just mean you have to lighten up your weights. Bent over triceps, ready, set, go. Last set of these, then we're gonna head to the floor. We got some great work for us to do laying down today. So as you're kicking back your triceps, let's talk. We're gonna do a glute bridge. You're gonna do that with either 2 weights or 1 heavy weight. We're gonna do a chest fly. We're gonna do a tricep press. Kind of like the push-pull we did, the squat push-pull. We're going to be on the floor. Then we have a pullover, and then I have a side plank bow and arrow. Okay? And so we've got left one more rep here. Time, let's take a little halftime break. I'm going to pause the clock. We're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 5 more moves. It's going to take a minute to go through each. So I've got about 15 minutes left with you, okay? So I told you it was going to be about a 35-minute workout. It will be. We're going to come down to the ground and we're going to do bridges. I'm going to show you really quickly while you breathe and grab some water and get your weight set up for this, what everything's going to look like, okay? I'm going to take one heavy weight. Not yet, but I'm going to take that heavy weight. I'm going to hold it right here, and we're going to bridge hip, knee, ankle, toe, straight line. Knees are parallel. If you're not sure about keeping your legs parallel, if they want to keep bowing out, if you have one of those core balls, stick it in your legs, squeeze it. Bonus work. Lift and lower. You should be able to lower and not touch the ground, okay? I want you to be able to lift and hover, okay? That's 1. 2, chest fly, right here. Slight bend in the elbows, straight up over the chest, midline with your fists, okay? Then, you're either gonna take one weight or 2. If you have 2 weights, you're gonna kiss them together. Otherwise, you'll have 1 weight. Let me turn this way. You're gonna pull the weights towards your chest press. Pull, press. It's a power up and a slower on the way down. Press, lower, lower, lower. Press, lower, lower, lower. Very much like the first move we did. Next up, a pullover. You can either take 2 weights, this is the way I don't like to do it, but if you need to, make it heavy. 2 weights, pulling over, holding the handles. What I prefer is 1 weight, diamond grip, really heavy weight, over, pull over. Hover the weight over the ground. Go to the spot, you can still keep your elbows straight and then pull over. I want you to feel this in your lats and in your core. Last move. Different positions for different people, okay? On your elbow, side plank. I'm going to probably take my top leg and put it here. You may come down to your knee. You're going to take the weight right in front of you and watch it go up, bow and arrow. Tap the ground, bow and arrow. Tap the ground, bow and arrow. Watch my head. I look at the weight, I look at the weight. Watch my arm straight over my shoulder. Come back down. Okay, you can do that on your knee or your toe. I'd say maybe set 1 if you've never done that before. Go on your knee. After that, try your toe. I'm going to split that 45 seconds in half. So it's going to be a quick one side. I'm going to tell you turn over, do the other. All right, down on the floor, grab your weight for bridges, put it on your hips, set your space up so you're ready to go. I'm going to do the same thing. I make kind of a runway with my weights. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use, so just set them all. I want this for my bridge in front of you. Sorry for the pause in the workout, but let's go ahead and resume. Timer resumed. Everybody ready for bridges? In 3, 2, 1, go. Lift, hover, squeeze, hover. I want you to take your hips to the ceiling, leave your rib cage on the floor, okay? If you push too high, you start using your lower back. I actually want you to use your glutes. This is a leg move. All right, lower body, butt, think your butt. Squeeze your cheeks, clench your cheeks at the top. Some people would say like you're pinching a penny between your cheeks. Squeeze, squeeze. And remember what I said about your knees being parallel, your toes being forward. Push your heels in the ground. 85% of your weight's in your heels. The other 15%, go ahead and stop, is in your midfoot, okay? We're going to chest fly next. So for me, I'll just work my way down my runway here. Ready? Set, begin. Chest fly right here. We're breathing. So if you feel it in your shoulder, bend your elbow a little bit more. And if you're still feeling it in your shoulder, make sure that your fists are over the midline of your chest, okay? You can tap your triceps on the ground and then come back up. If you have a bench, you can lay on a bench and do it, okay? Give like a step, like for step class, not your step up your stairs. A step, you can do it on your step. All right, pause. We now have our narrow tricep press. So I'm gonna take these two weights and kiss them together. Hold my elbows in really tight to my rib cage. My weights are resting right there on my chest, and I'm going to ready, set, go, push, down, 2, 3, push, down, 2, 3, push, down, 2, 3. Your elbows are tight to your body, you're grazing your rib cage as you come down and press, push. This should be your chest and your triceps working, okay? If you're feeling it more in your chest, check my elbows. I'm taking them down, down, down to my rib cage and keeping them pinned in tight. They're not like chicken winged out, they're coming straight up, straight down. Okay, that's how I know I'm gonna work my triceps and my chest helps. This is heavy, this is a good choice though. 3, 2, 1, time. Pull over is next. I'm gonna flip myself around. Grabbing my diamond grip, ready, set, go. So straight up over the chest, lower, hover the weight. So you don't want the weight to tap the ground if you can control it. I know you can't see it, but you can feel it. Straighten out your arms. No bend in your elbows. Engage your abs, lower back, pull to the ground. You're gonna have to tilt your hips a little bit if it's arching. It's a big reach back with your weight, pull over. You should feel this on the sides of your rib cage towards your back. Those are called your lat muscles. All right, go ahead and pause. And we've got our side plank. It's on your elbow, on your knee to start. The weight comes right in front of you. Bow and arrow, ready, set, go. Watch the weight go up, watch the weight come down. Watch the weight go up, watch the weight come down. Watch the weight go up, straight up over your shoulder. Couple more reps here. And roll it over. Show you the view from the back, you're welcome. But you can see my shoulder blades stack and my back doing some work, okay? From this angle at least, so you can see the back view of it. I'll have to turn and do a side view too. I'm watching my weight, bow and arrow, watching my weight, bow and arrow. Time. Stop yourselves, let's get ready for bridges again. Kind of get your space ready so we can roll right through all of it. Bridges are up first, weight on your hips. We go in 3, 2, 1, squeeze. Lift and squeeze, contract the booty. Squeeze your cheeks. We gotta wake them up. Wake up our glutes. If you're feeling it in your lower back, don't come up as high, okay? Like I said, you want to keep your rib cage on the floor. Your shoulders for sure on the floor, shoulder blades. All about your lower body and your abdominals here too. Last rep. All right, pause. I'm gonna get myself set up for pullovers. Oh, we're going into chest fly next. So get your chest fly weight ready. We go in 3, 2, 1. Slight bend in your elbows, a bigger bend if you need to. Come over the chest. I want you to squeeze a pencil right between your pecs, okay? Hollow out your armpits. Squeeze, like, you know that spot right next to your armpit? I have actually a lot of people tell me, like, I want this to be tighter. This is how we do it, okay? Mostly though, I want you to think about gaining strength. Be strong. You're gonna be able to get big, strong hugs. Bigger, stronger hugs after this. Maybe a big, strong hug to yourself. You're doing awesome today. All right, go ahead and lower those weights. And then we're going into narrow triceps. I'm gonna change this out a little bit later. My triceps were burning. Okay. So if you want to, kiss 2 weights together, otherwise you have one heavy dumbbell, you're holding it with two hands, okay? Press, down, 2, 3. Press, down, 2, 3. Press fast, down, 2, 3. So it's like up 1, down, 2, 3. Up 1, down, 2, 3. If you're a counter, if you like to count, that's the count. Or just go fast. Slow, slow, slow. Fast, slow, slow, slow. Remember, if you're feeling it more in your chest and less in your triceps, make sure your elbows are dipping down really close to your bottom of your rib cage, okay? A little bit longer here, 3, 2, 1. Woo. What's next? Forward. So, kiss 2 weights together or diamond grip like I prefer, and pull your weight right up over your chest. Ready, set to begin. Lower, lift, lower, lift. One thing I want to tell you, do not move your neck when you're doing this, please. All right, try to keep a long neck. Tilt your hips towards your chin. Draw your belly button towards the floor if you feel like your back is arching. You will feel, as you extend and elongate, your core engage, okay? And if you're not feeling that, it just might mean that your weight's not heavy enough, and that's okay. Maybe you're using the heaviest one you have. This one's a tricky one to just kind of get used to, but once you go and have a heavy weight and do it, you're like, oh, now I feel my abs and my back. Okay, I get it. Just a big, long stretch, and then pull over. That was your last one. Take a pause. Let's move this here. And then let's come into our side planks, okay? On your knee or on your toe, I'm going to go side profile on this one for you. Ready, set, go. You're already supposed to begin. Okay, so you can see here too how close the weight is to my body. I just raise the front like a bow and arrow. My elbows directly underneath my shoulder. I want you guys to mimic this position. Switch sides. So it's only, 6 to 8 reps maybe at a time. We have halfway through the 45 seconds. Your body's in a straight line, whether you're on your knee or your toe. 6 seconds. Get 2 reps in here. And time. Okay, let's go through this full set one more time. I'm just making a mess here. Back to bridges. Grab your bridge weight. I'm going to turn this way now. Turn in all different directions. All right. Ready, set, begin. Knees parallel. Push your heels in the ground. Squeeze your butt. Cover your butt. If you have, let's say, like, you just are like, the biggest weight I have is 8s. So you're holding 8s on your hips and you're like, I know they're just like not heavy enough, I could do more. Squeeze a little bit longer at the top and then release. That's how you keep tension when you don't have the weight that you want. Squeeze, lift, hold is how you make it more challenging and you know you're really working hard. And even if you have a heavier weight, squeeze, lift, hold, then release. Last one. Good job. All right, back to chest fly. Oh, somebody next door. We have 2 mechanics as neighbors. That's probably the first time you probably ever heard the room though. All right, chest fly. I have a mechanic across the street who does stuff out of his garage. And I have a kid next door that also does stuff out of his garage. And so we hear vehicles of all kinds at all times of the day and night. It's lovely. Open and shut the windows. Open and shut the drapes here. So I don't know if you could hear the broom, broom, broom. You might not have picked it up. My washing machine, my laundry is going too, so. The perks of working out at home. Anybody else doing like a load of laundry or a load of dishes while you work out real quick here? Maybe you've got something on a stove. As long as it was something that could cook for 40 minutes. But remember, you can stop and pause. This is your last one. And go get that off the stove if you ever need to. But guess what? You can food prep and do all sorts of fun things while you're working out, because you're at home. You can get a lot of multitasking done. All right, chest press, triceps. Push, lower, lower. Push, lower, lower. Push, lower, lower. You save a lot of commute time by doing your workout at home with us. As long as you can say, I'm disciplined enough, I want to push play, I want to do the work. Let's see what Tracy has planned for us today. Make it like it's a surprise, make it a daily habit. Then you can work out at home and save yourself a lot of time going to a gym or going to a class, a studio. I like the convenience. I hope you're enjoying it as well. And this was a good week of classes. I think that primal ladder, go ahead and stop, really changed things up on Monday for us. I've been pretty sore. All right, we've got our pullover next. And then our nice flow class yesterday. If you didn't do mind, go back and do it. Even if it's, go ahead and do your pullover begin. Mind class could be like a Friday class. If you feel like you just need that wind down on Friday, like you're going, I don't really feel like pushing hard, but I know I need to do something. All of the mind classes are open for you. You can just scroll back in our Facebook page and find them, or if you've done the mind class, it'll be in your history on YouTube, okay? So, there's no excuse. It's such good mobility and stretch for you, okay? So especially too, like if tomorrow you're feeling sore, go back and do one of those. You should be sore after all this lifting today. I hope so. Sore in a good way. Okay, go ahead and pause. We've got last move. Last move and you're out of here. Side plank. I'm coming back around here. On your elbow, on your knee or your toes, bow and arrow, watch the weight. Bow and arrow, watch the weight. So we've got our core working. We've got our shoulder, our back, and our bicep, our tricep working. It's a lot of work. I really want you to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, switch sides. I'm going to show you from the back again. You can see the shoulder blades squeezing together. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see it with the shirt. You get the idea. This is actually one of my favorite exercises. I know I have a lot of them. Go ahead and pause. Let's come into a child's pose. Knees out wide, bottom back towards your heels. Watch you walk your hands out far. All right, so we talked about our lats. They're the muscles that run down the side here. Your serratus is like directly on the side, and then your lats are towards the back. I can't even reach mine, they're so tight. Okay, but anyways, that's what we're reaching through right here. You can lay your forehead on the ground. We actually worked them quite a bit today. Take a nice deep breath. All right, and then come up to all fours. Let's just do some cat-cows. All right. And I'm going to ask you to continue doing your cat-cows. I'm going to move my weights out of the way for a second because I need some space to do the next stretches. Okay, so cat-cow, cat-cow, cat-cow. Keep going. Don't worry about the dings and the timers and all that stuff. We're done with that. Cat-cow, cat-cow. Okay, done with your cat-cow. Go ahead and take one leg out to the side. Take this arm, thread it on through, then reach up and open. Thread your arm on through, reach, reach, reach for that remote, and then open the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. And then open. Now let's do the other side. So switch knees, switch legs. This arm, and reach through. Big reach. Drop your shoulder down. Then lift, 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 open, open, open. Big reach through. I swear if you just said, like, besides pigeon, what's another stretch you could do for the rest of your life, your whole life long? If you were only allowed 2 stretches, be this and pigeon. Those would be the 2. All right, then come to all fours. Take your fingertips wall to wall and wide. We're gonna open up our bicep and our chest. And you're gonna look at the long hand and turn your head towards the long arm. Bend one elbow, take it side to side. If you need to open up your knees a little wider, I do. Side to side, this is chest and shoulder, bicep, even your forearms. And speaking of forearms, come here, if you can, start walking your fingertips towards your knees and just rock back and forth a little bit, okay? Adjust as needed. Get our wrists and our forearms stretched out. You're holding weights for about 35 minutes in your hands. Your forearms get tired, okay? Hopefully you feel that. Now, if you can't turn your fingers all the way around, that's fine. Go to the sides a little bit. Shake it out here. Round out your back. Woo. Side to side. Let's push to a down dog. Pull your heels towards the floor. Get your hamstrings. Then walk your hands back towards your feet. Stay in a fold. Chin up. At the back of your legs. We did do the squats and the bridges for our legs today. And we did a lot of hinges, a lot of bent over like a deadlift hinges, okay? So get your hamstrings, get your glutes, and then slowly roll up to the top. Side bend, woo! Other side. I hope you had fun. I love lifting. Inhale up, exhale. It's good for you. Remember, lifting weights not only gives you that nice lean look. Don't think you're gonna get bulky. You have a body type. It'll be fine. I am the type that I lift weights and it looks broad, but I like that look. It's just, I own it. It's what my body looks like. It's fine. I love it. But you're not gonna get bulky. You have to eat in a surplus and eat a different way if you really wanna like bulk up and beast up, okay? If that is your goal, eat more food. If it's not your goal, keep doing what we're doing. But it's really good for your bone density as you increase the muscles around your bones. And, you know, as we get older, that's something that decreases our bone density. So we want to increase it by lifting weights and doing this for our body. So, like I said, you're in a cardiovascular state, so you're moving fast. You have now shredded your muscles. You should be a little bit shaky. That means that you were working. And now your muscles need to repair. So you're going to be burning longer throughout the day. That also helps with your stamina and endurance, okay? So, have a good day. I will see you back here Friday for kickboxing. Tomorrow is your rest day, catch-up day, or replay day. If there's something that I can open up for you to replay, let me know. I will see you Friday. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.